Brock Lesnar, Oba Femi Part 3. Andy, how do you feel about Oba foregoing his championship match for this match with Brock?
I'm totally fine with it. Like, I think this, especially with what it's going to set up with more than likely going to be Brock's retirement, like all of that whole aspect of it, I think that is going to be a vital part. I also love the fact that it seems like we're not doing the thing that had been floating around the internet that Brock is going to beat Sammy and become WWE champion. When you sent me that and I saw that, I immediately went, "Oh no, this is Kevin Owens Goldberg all over again."
And it's Kofi Kingston, Brock Lesnar all over again. Like,
and it's real. Brock Lesnar, Big E all over again. So
it felt real though, didn't it? It felt like, oh my goodness, that could easily happen, especially in the Garden.
Yeah, but I'm glad that it's still a possibility.
Yep.
But it seems less likely now that is the route that we're heading in. So I'm totally fine with that. And I think everybody thought we were heading to a last man standing match.
Yep.
But when he said Hell in a Cell, I went, "Oh please. Like this needs to be an old school two big men just getting in there and beating the crap out of each other."
Yep.
And honestly, like we need color. Like both guys need to be covered in it and bleeding like crazy. And the ring needs to be tore apart. The cage needs to be tore apart. Like I am so excited that this is what we're getting for this, because it also fits a retirement of Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
Like Brock going out like this in this kind of a match, going out on his back more than likely, but bleeding like a stuck pig, making Oba bleed, probably hard way, like just all of it.
Yeah. The elbows.
It makes sense for this to be the way Brock Lesnar goes out, and I am excited for it. Like I don't need Brock and Oba brawling every week, although I'm not going to be against it if that's what we're going to get. It worked going into WrestleMania. I promise you it'll work going into SummerSlam. But this is another one that, like, I want this match tomorrow. I want this match to happen because it's Roman Seth is going to be fun, and it's going to be the storytelling masterclass. This is my car crash that I will absolutely love and will not be able to look away from.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Like, this is everything we wanted it to be. I would have been okay with the last man standing, because the last time Brock Lesnar was in a last man standing, he flipped over the ring. We were there in person. So only imagine what he would do in his hometown. But Hell in a Cell, like, this cage is going to be broken within the first 2 minutes. It is not going to be able, they'll bill this as, can this cage contain these two guys? And the answer very quickly will be no. Like, there's no way, and it will be fantastic. I love that you brought up the color. I think we need it. You got Brock Lesnar with the elbows, can open up Oba Femi. That'll be really, really cool. This is everything that we want it to be for Oba Femi, and I'm with you to an extent about foregoing the championship match at SummerSlam. I'm glad that he's foregoing it, because I don't want to see Oba Femi in a championship match right now anyway. I think we need to finish this Brock Lesnar feud. I really think he could feud with Jacob Fatu for a couple of months as we head towards Survivor Series. And then I think he's a lock to win the Royal Rumble, and then he gets his championship match at WrestleMania. That's how I would book it. Having said that, though, Andy, I think it drives home the point even more that we preached for a month and a half about the King of the Ring tournament. Either don't have Oba in it, and I hate to keep rehashing this, either don't have him in it, or knock him out the first night, which was after he lost to Brock at Clash in Italy due to his, quote, injuries. And then you can have him mad at Brock for costing him the King of the Ring. Like, it's really easy. So I say that because, not that I wanted Jey Uso to win, but let's just take Jey Uso, for example. Let's say that he does win. And now that we have Sami Zayn on the other side, Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn at SummerSlam, after he wins King of the Ring, Jey Uso versus Cody Rhodes, I don't know. I just feel like it would have been better to progress the story had Oba been knocked out due to Brock.
The only thing is, what do you do with Oba in the meantime? Because Brock's not showing up. And I mean, you're just going to have him keep doing squash matches week in and week out. And
I think you could have him do what Brock used to do. You could have him come in and interrupt random matches. Two guys are fighting in the ring. You just have Oba just march out and just destroy them.
Yeah, but Brock was a heel when he came in.
Yeah, but everybody's gonna love it if Oba does it.
Yeah, I think the reason why I've gotten okay with Oba being in it. I mean, I think if we're looking at it, remove storylines, everything. The person on the roster that needed King of the Ring the most was Oba. Like that adds him up even more. But what I love about it is it's literally he's like on the same path that Brock Lesnar was on his rookie year.
Very true. Yeah, that's very true.
Of winning King of the Ring, of coming in and taking out the big name that nobody thought he was going to be able to beat because he was the rookie. And like this path that he's on, that's why I think he wins the world championship before the year is over, because he is on that Brock Lesnar trajectory. Like they want to kind of tell the same story of these two guys, because like if we're looking at the roster now, who is this generation's Brock Lesnar? It's Oba. Like there's nobody else close to Oba Femi being that Brock Lesnar. So I think they want to tell that story side by side of this young, athletic, dominant man comes in and just wrecks house and ends the year as champion. And I mean, I know Brock left a couple years later. I don't see Oba being that kind of person either. Like no. I don't think Oba Femi and Brock Lesnar's personalities are the same. So I think it's just the start of telling that story. It could be a great way of getting the title off of Roman putting over a younger guy, going into whatever bloodline storyline they want to tell going into Survivor Series. And then, or on the flip side, like you have the coward heel in Sami Zayn and the big bad monster now in Oba Femi that you can tell that story at some point down the line too. So I think him being in King of the Ring, maybe it complicated things in the short run, but I think long term it's going to be more beneficial than if he had either been in it and lost or not been in it at all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly, no matter how we got here, I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that this is not like, well, Oba's going to get a championship match. Well, we all know Brock's going to show up at the end, or Brock's going to cost him, or just like you've been preaching, there's no way they have SummerSlam in Minnesota and Brock Lesnar's not already confirmed. Like signed, sealed, delivered. That was probably in the contract with Minneapolis. It's like, well, we want SummerSlam and we want Brock Lesnar here. Well, okay, fine. So
it almost be like having a Rock appreciation show and he didn't show up. Oh, wait, that did happen, didn't
it? Leave it to you to take a shot at the Rock.
Always.
Leave it to you to take a shot at the Rock.
Always.
It's going to be fun over the next couple weeks to see how this plays out. As just like I looked up Roman Reigns' schedule, I looked up Brock Lesnar's schedule and I can't find anything. So that's a good thing. Because
you never know when he's coming.
You never know when he's coming. Like I fully anticipated tonight when Oba Femi was cutting that promo for Paul Heyman to interrupt him and just like drop the seed, drop the nugget, whatever. But then Brock's music hit. I'm like, okay, here we go. We're going right now.
It makes me wonder, and I haven't looked, so I don't know. This could I'm just speculating and throwing this out there. And I hate bringing this up because then you start talking about TKO coming in and all this other stuff. But I wonder what ticket sales look like right now, and if they're not,
keep talking.
If they're announcing these two massive matches as now like the reason for people to go to Minneapolis. I mean, I think everybody knew Brock was going to be on the show one way or another, and you knew Oba was going to be. You knew all these people were going to be on it. But just waiting to see what the matchups were going to look like. I'm just curious if they're doing it just so it's not last second we drop these, but maybe it's to move tickets faster or whatever.
It looks like right now that much like the SummerSlam in Nashville, half of the venue is blocked off. So it looks like
that's going to be the case anyway.
They're going to do a half venue. And right now, let me pull up, let's see. I'm never on the mobile. Oh, here we go. I'm looking at combo tickets right now. And honestly, Andy, a lot of them are gone. Like I'm looking at the lower bowl, the upper bowl. There might be like one, maybe 2 rows worth of seats in each section that are available, but that's it. Like everything else is gone, at least from a combo ticket perspective. I'm not looking at the individual nights, but I would say tickets are moving pretty good already. And I know these tickets have been on sale for a little while now.
Yeah.
But I think the announcement of these two matches will end up obviously helping ticket sales and this, that, and the other. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to talk about this. Listen, if this lead up to this match is anything like the WrestleMania lead up was, like you mentioned a minute ago, we're going to have some fun talking about this. This is going to be good.